And Keith, Port Bar Harbor, that was like one of the only spots, right?
Yeah, and they did better than us in Portland, because you could see a little sun in her shot there, whereas this satellite is comical to me. Roll it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play the tape.
So everybody started off cloudy, and then look who's left being cloudy. It's just like, I mean,
right.
10% of the state,
noon,
but what percent of the population?
2 o'clock,
Yep.
and sorry guys.
Brutal. Brutal. We just couldn't get it done. Most of the state. I got friends in New Hampshire, it's beautiful, and central Maine, it's beautiful, and just not happening along the coast. And look at this fog bank, just then hold for a little bit, then just push in, and just can't get out of Portland down to Biddeford. And so, I mean, it's 6 o'clock, so our moment has passed, it would seem. A couple of showers out there, nothing all that heavy. We've kind of sold today and tomorrow as an isolated shower, but not enough to make any real impact, and that's how today has played out so far. High temperatures, you know, Portland didn't get much sun, Bar Harbor didn't get much sun, Rockland didn't either. Outside of that, upper 70s to around 80, a much nicer day. Everybody goes back to cloudy tonight. Fog comes back in, if it ever left in your particular location. Gets pretty thick out there, and then we fight tomorrow to burn it off. I don't see any reason it's going to be any easier to burn the fog off tomorrow along the coast than it was today. So dealing with that same problem. Inland gets a nice afternoon. Again, upper 70s, some low 80s, especially back into New Hampshire. And then on Sunday, this day at one point looked like a total washout. It's not amazing, but there's not a ton of rain here through the first half of the day. An isolated shower, yeah, but nothing more than that. And then Sunday afternoon, late into the evening, that's when it gets truly wet. Sunday night, and then through the first half of Monday, this is Monday morning, 5 a.m., some downpours, some heavy stuff in there. And then we move this out and go back to cloudy Monday afternoon. So that will be the toughest part of this pattern, Sunday night into the first half of Monday. And that's because we get a little low that's going to develop here and then sink down to our south. If it were the winter, it would almost be like a bird or clipper type situation where it's just sliding through here, not a ton of moisture, but enough to enhance the moisture that's already there. We get this system out of here in time for the 4th of July, but there lingers a trough enough that we'll still see some shower chances on the 4th and probably a decent amount of cloud cover as well. Some hope here though, and it feels like we've been looking for hope for a while, and we finally, I think, find it next week where, yes, we start off on a rough note Sunday night, Monday, but after that things improve, and maybe markedly so for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday into the mid-80s. A couple of upper 80s are possible too away from the coast. Let's just close the book on June, right? I mean, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. I got a lot of words I could use for June, not many of which I could use on TV. It was not great, so we'll move on to junky. Yes,
Crummy.
that's, yeah.
Not fun.
Gruesome is a word I've used a lot this month for the pattern. It's been tough, but we will improve it. Again, the 4th, just be prepared. It's this type of moisture pattern where there's a lot in the atmosphere. It's going to be very hard for us to say at 8:15 or 9:15, wherever your fireworks are, yes or no. So you just have to, keep on top of those showers and storms the day of, but there will be some around.
I feel bad for all the people that have to make that call.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Thanks, Keith.